Kela, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, I want us on this video to look to take a closer look at how this case is falling apart and how it keeps collapsing every day. There's a moment in every trial, you don't hear it immediately, you don't see it clearly, but everything changes, control shifts, and once that happens, cases don't just weaken, they collapse. At the start, the prosecution looked in control, led by Advocate George Baloyi, confessions, phone records, witnesses. It looked structured, it looked convincing, but in court, it's not about how strong your case looks, it's about how well it survived pressure. Right now, he is under pressure, he is always sweating, he can't do shit, everything is falling apart right in front of his own eyes. Now, this is where the shift begins, because cross-examination is not about asking questions. It's about breaking narratives. The defense doesn't rush. They wait, they listen, and then they start pulling threads, and they don't play with Mr. Baloyi. They do, you said this, but earlier you said that this evidence wasn't here before. So where did it come from? Are you testifying or are you guessing? There's a lot of things that happen in that courtroom. And suddenly, the same evidence that looks strong starts contradicting itself. Now, if you watch closely when you are looking at Ubaloyi explains, when a prosecutor starts explaining a lot of things, you must know that there's a problem there, huge problem. Watch closely what he does in that courtroom, week in, week out. This is subtle but deadly, what he does. Instead of us extracting answers, the prosecutor starts explaining. Do you know when it even gets worse? Maybe it was better. It was way better to Moses when it was Moses' time. Here, when it comes to Ntanzi, he explains a lot because Ntanzi can fry a man. Ntanzi fries Baloyi like nobody's business. It's not even funny. And in law, that's dangerous because a prosecutor is not a witness. But Ubongani Ntanzi has turned Mr. Baloyi to become a witness because Ubongani Ntanzi asks questions and Ubaloyi must answer. And most of the time, he answers. Ubongani Ntanzi has control there of Ubaloyi. Do you know why he's having control? He kept him in the witness box for too long, more than necessary. We will do a separate video for that. Now, a prosecutor must lead evidence, not fix it. The moment explanations enter, the defense smells weakness. And they are getting away with it, Kesani defense, because they are having him for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, every day. Now, this is where tension explodes. Presiding Judge Rata Mokgoatleng, at key moments, the judge intervenes. Questions are redirected, clarifications are made. And here is the legal tension. A judge must control proceeding, but not enter the arena. Do you know what he does? He enters the arena because once a judge appears to assist one side, reframe evidence, challenge selectively, the entire perception of fairness is at risk. And that is exactly what Judge Rata does. He is on Baloyi's side through and through. He doesn't care who says what, does what. Yeah, now he is on Baloyi's side. Cleanly. He shows up for him. Sometimes he takes control as if he is the prosecutor. We'll talk about that also in another time. Now, we deal with also contradictions when the stack of contradictions in that case are up the roof, Kesan. They go up. Or they go up. This is where the damage becomes visible. Not one contradiction, multiple contradictions in that court case, guys. Timeline inconsistencies, evidence appearing late, witness versions shifting, technical gaps, phones, photos, locations. There's a lot of mess that is happening there. Now, here is the key. One contradiction explainable, right? A pattern devastating because there's multiple contradictions in that courtroom. Now, this is the part most people miss. The defense is not trying to prove a story. They are creating doubt. They don't need to say, here is what happened. They only need to show what you are saying doesn't make sense. And Ubaloyi has not been making sense for a very long time, for 3.5 years. And once the court feels that, the burden shifts back to the state, and Judge Ratta will be forced by the law, the book of law. Lady Justice is going to force him to do right by Lady Justice. It's not even about the accused, about the country, about our opinions. Lady Justice will force Judge Ratta to do right. Now, that's why I don't worry. I trust God and I trust Lady Justice. Now, what we see currently, we even went on recess with that nonsense of seeing the control shifting and the accused person who is in the witness box as a witness is the one that is having control over the prosecutor. It has never happened. He doesn't even care about the judge himself, the presiding officer. That is how weird things have become. This is it, the turning point of it all. The state is still asking questions, but no longer controlling the narrative. They are not controlling anything. They are just fixing what Bongani the other time even said, what you are doing here, Mr. Baloyi, is that you listen to what I say, you go and investigate, and then you come back and answer me. Doesn't make sense. Mind you, Bongani is a high school dropout, Kesana, but he knows how to trick Baloyi. He deals with him properly. He fries him. He deals with him. He's not scared at all. Now, the defense is no longer reacting. They are anticipating. And the court, he is watching. He's watching differently because sometimes you will see him saying, hey, when Bongani makes these comments and everything, sometimes you would, because we have this pressure of knowing how he stands with the state, we will sometimes think, no, he is irritated with Bongani. But sometimes now I feel like it's him realizing, hey, things are bad here. Lomfana Lona, do you understand? Now I always feel like that. Because now the question is no longer did the state build a case, it becomes, can this case survive? And in Jesus' name, this case will never survive anything. The time for it to be covered up is gone. Gone, 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 gone. Never again. It's gone. Now, in court, cases don't collapse in one moment. They collapse in patterns. And once that pattern starts, it's only a matter of time. And I think if you guys have noticed throughout this year, you will hear they will talk about the Senzo Meyiwa case in ad hoc committee. I don't believe we've heard about the Senzo Meyiwa case at Madlanga, but we've heard about the Senzo Meyiwa case at Nkabinde Inquiry. Guys, it's not a coincidence. Definitely not a coincidence. Something is in there. And there is a big bomb, an Iran tonton that is going to come through. And even the people that act dumb are going to be shocked. They are going to be shocked once that one thing that is waiting for whatever it's waiting for happens. Oh my word. Because one thing that will happen for me is the truth will force itself out. It will force itself out njengomchamo wasekuseni izawuthi julukudu. Izawuthi julukudu njengomchamo wasekuseni ingxamile ingasakwazi ukulinda, and people will be shocked. So this case, for me, it was compromised, guys. It was quite compromised. And when the state finally gets it, that's when everything will come together. For now, they think they've got this. It's like someone is pinning them with something that you are going to do this, Baloyi, whether you like it or not. Well, I've got news for you, sir. You can do whatever you like, Baloyi. But the bottom line is that you will have to stop at some point. You will have to stop and listen because, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you will have to stop and listen. Yabona, the bomb that is going to fall when the Senzo Meyiwa case finally cracks a skull of someone with to tell nothing but the truth. People are not ready for those things, guys. Honestly, people are not ready for those things. I tell you. I tell you. So those are things that we are honestly not ready for as a country. What are your thoughts when it comes to this? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. Do enjoy your day. Bye-bye.